Whilst other developing countries have relied on foreign investment for economic development, India developed several global brands itself. Infosys, Wipro, Mittal, Dr. Reddy's Labs and the like have all made a name for themselves on the global stage after becoming famous in India. One of the most well-known Indian companies to succeed globally is the Tata Group, a family enterprise founded by the late and great Ratan Tata that has become a multi-billion-dollar global conglomerate. I spoke with Tata Consultancy Services, TCS. So welcome to the Airport Economist.
Thank you so much, it's a pleasure.
Now, I know a lot about Tata and TCS, a very famous brand in India. Can you tell us a little bit about the Tata and the TCS story, just for our viewers?
Sure. Tata is the biggest and the most respected business conglomerate in India. It started with our founding fathers 156 years back when they established the group. And TCS as a company is one of the many companies that the Tata Group has, is the digital arm, so to say. It was established exactly 100 years after the group. That was in 1968. Today, TCS is present in over 50 countries around the world, with over 620,000 highly trained, technology consultants helping us and partnering the customers to improve their competitiveness in the global markets. We are very proud that close to 36% of this workforce is actually women, and they are kind of working in this technology areas side by side with our partners. We are also very proud of the fact that over 150 nationalities are actually represented in this global talent pool of ours. In Australia, we have been been established since 1988, so it has been 35 years now. So working with the top, most of the top 10 listed companies and organizations on the Australian Stock Exchange.
I'm very interested in Tata TCS's role in Australia, because it has been a long time, 35 years. It's at the top levels of Australian corporate life, and as I understand it, TCS has been involved with a lot of important programs with the Government of Australia, with cybersecurity, with digital infrastructure. Can you tell us a little bit about some of your recent projects that are important to Australia and to India?
Sure. TCS is one of the global leading technology companies in the world, and by working with our partners, we are trying to improve the competitiveness and the ability for them to scale for their services that they provide to their customers in turn. In TCS, we look at any of the country or the partnerships with the country in four major pillars. One is the cybersecurity, which is over-encompassing and important for most of the businesses. The second is the digital governance of the software as a platform that allows the customers and our customers and their customers to interact with each other. Then comes in the clean technology or the telecommunications, which provides a basic communications ability for the customers. And of course, finally is how sustainable are we during this journey. In Australia, we have participation with the Government of Australia in the area of cybersecurity. It is fundamentally a cooperating and developing and improving the capability of Australia in the cybersecurity domain. This is known as CSCRC. It has been running for a few years now. TCS is one of the foundation partners in this initiative with the Government of Australia. Till now, about many of the patents have been filed. We have been working with Government Australia and the academia with trying to create new technology innovations which can help the people and the Government of Australia to work in that area. In addition to that, we have a lot of cooperation with the Government of India, and we are working on multiple digital public infrastructure projects in India, whether it is the financial inclusion, whether it is modernizing our post offices, whether it is modernizing the defense pension disbursement system, whether it is modernizing the police criminal tracking initiatives, and also the passport program, that of India. We are now at a stage where we are talking to various governments as to how we can carry this learning forward to other countries. With Government of Australia, there are many initiatives where these learnings can be very important. This has also been a part of the India's focus under G20 under the umbrella of the digital public infrastructure, and that is something that we are engaged with the Government of Australia currently in.
I was amazed, because I've been coming, as you know, to India for 3 decades, and initially to get a visa you had to know Mr. Ganapati who'd stamp your passport, you had to carry rupiah. It was quite difficult, and now there are e-visas, people get their passports quickly, it's a cashless society, the transport's improved. I mean, there's been a real great transformation of India digitally, hasn't there? I mean, it's quite extraordinary, the changes.
It absolutely has been, and TCS has actually been a partner with the Government of India in kind of driving this forward. Passport, till about 10 years back, it could take a long time for the citizen to get a passport. Today, from the moment the citizen thinks about getting a passport or acquiring one, till the time the citizen actually is able to get an appointment and come back from the center, it's a matter of weeks or probably days in many cases when the citizen gets a passport in hand. So that has been one major transformation, and it's not only for the the businesses actually improve their attractive index when it comes to such initiatives which are helping the government as well.
When we think about Australia and India, the partnerships become quite important recently, partly for geopolitics, partly because of the incredible transformation of the Indian economy, and probably as you've experienced, Australians and Indians get on quite well. So do you think, from a TCS point of view, TCS has played an integral role in improving that bilateral relationship?
Absolutely. So we have been supporting both the governments on both the sides. The strategic partnership between India and Australia, it kind of underlies the priority of science, research and technology. Under those areas, cybersecurity, innovation, digital technology, these are very key areas that we have to talk about. Now, under the India-Australia CEO Forum is one such initiative, under the strategic initiative, which was kind of re-energized by Prime Minister Albanese when he visited India last year in 2023. And along with our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, he actually re-energized this initiative, which now has a very active digital working group under the CEO's Forum, which is talking about the challenges that the digital markets are facing, the opportunities that the markets have to expand further, and also how these two sectors can grow beyond where they are today. And these initiatives are being led by both the countries, by the business organizations who come together to talk and advise the governments on the respective side. On the Australian side, the working group is actually chaired by Telstra, and on the Indian side, this working group is chaired by TCS.
Last time I was in Mumbai, I met the late and great Ratan Tata and his brothers, and we dined in Mumbai, and he said that he sees himself as someone who had a social purpose in life as much as a commercial purpose. Do you think that underlines the TCS and Tata philosophy in terms of having a social as well as a commercial purpose?
Tata's, from the day the group was established, we are guided by the founding fathers who said that community is not just another stakeholder in the business. It is actually the purpose why the businesses are in existence. That is a torch that we still carry with us. We recently lost our beloved Shri Ratan Tata ji, but we carry the legacy forward. And come what may, that is something which is ingrained in our DNA.
Well, thank you for sharing that legacy on the Airport Economist.
Thank you so much, Tim. It was a pleasure to work.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
India can be a bit overwhelming at times with its massive cities. Places like Mumbai, New Delhi, Bengaluru and Chennai are enormous economies in their own right, teeming with humanity. But don't worry, here at the Airport Economist, we talk to our friends at the Hyatt about where to stay and how to do business. Now, India can be rather overwhelming to the outsider, but if you're coming here on business, is there anything you really have to remember? Are there important greetings or customs? Do you invite people out to dinner? What's the general tips you'd have for people coming here?
So since we're talking about India, India is multicultural, right? At every corner you'll find a different culture and different beliefs. But the best part about India is wherever you go, they will modulate as per you. So if you want to invite them for lunch, you want to invite them for dinner, or if you're in Bangalore, pub culture is very famous. Yes. You can take them out for drinks, or they will take you out for drinks.
Even better.
So yes, you think about it and it'll be done.
And when you are invited to somebody's home. Is that unusual? An Indian client saying, "Come home and meet my family"?
Absolutely no. That's very common because we are very proud of our family as an establishment. Most of the people who are working here, you'll always find their parents to be living with them.
Yes.
That's the idea of the entire family. And we are very talkative about our kids.
Yes.
So we would definitely invite people to come home. We think including people in our part of a family is a show of respect. So that's very common, to be invited to someone's place.
Now, when I come to Bengalaru, of course, Qantas flies directly here. It's a real aviation hub. How do I get from the airport to the Hyatt?
So the connectivity from the airport to my particular hotel, which is in the center of the city center, is pretty straightforward. You have Ubers, you have taxis, you have airport taxis separately. Every hotel in the city, apart from me as well, would have taxi services and valets and chauffeurs to drive you around, to take you from the airport to here. We would have metro connectivity soon, but for the time being, the other connectivities and road transportation is great.
Now, if I go out for my various business meetings around Bengalaru, what's the best way? Do I Uber, taxi, get a driver from the hotel? What's the options?
Most of the places, wherever you're staying, is actually within walkable distance. If it is not within walkable distance, you can Uber it down. Or if you feel for a little bit of excitement, then you should take an auto rickshaw. That's the most pleasurable form of transportation, and you don't need air conditioning for that because it's open.
That's true, that's true. And I've noticed, when I first came to India, I had a pocket full of rupees and so on. Now it almost seems cashless. Can you get around with?
That's the best question I've had, because I think I don't remember the last time I withdrew cash from an ATM. With the help of the digital payment process that we're having all across the country, you can buy everything from a rupee to a lakh, even more, just by scanning a QR code, which is present at every shop, every dealer, every transport facility, every grocery store. You absolutely don't need to carry cash around or even cards. You just need your phone, which is attached to your bank account, and the transaction is seamless.
If I have a day off in Bengalaru or 3 days off,
Yes.
what should I do?
There are so many things that you can do. Bengaluru is called as the pub capital of the country. From pub culture, it became microbreweries. Now there are so many microbreweries that even if you start visiting one today, I think it will take you more than 1.5 years to visit each and every one in Bengaluru alone. Now you will see a lot of cocktail restaurants coming up. There are a lot of restaurants which have worldwide recognitions, a lot of bars which have worldwide recognitions. I mean, the list is endless. More than so, there are a lot of experiences that have been designed by a lot of people. Like for my hotel, we design experiences around for anyone to come into the culture to imbibe themselves into the true experience. Now, if you've come to Bengaluru and you've not had the dosa, which is a rice crepe with some potato mash inside it, then you've not tasted anything. So we have an experience where you can go for a witch hunt to have the best dosas around. You meet so many communities, like the weavers community. They will make you sit and they will teach you how they make a sari or how they weave something, some piece of garment for you. So these kind of experiences, combined with all the experiences of different cuisines that is here, I think 3 days is very short for you.
Are there any local greetings? I mean, everyone speaks English in Bengalaru, but is there any little greeting you could use in conversation, or stick to the basics?
Our tradition and our culture always asks us to fold your hands and say namaste.
Namaste. Yeah.
That is the most basic form of greeting. Different cultures and different languages have different forms, but namaste is all throughout, accepted throughout the country, not only in Bangalore, but throughout the country.
Now, I'm a bit of a cricket lover, and I've noticed talking cricket everywhere in Bengalaru seems to go down pretty well. So I should keep that up?
Yes. We have many religions and many beliefs in the country, and in Bengaluru, cricket is one of the religions. Let me tell you, people are crazy about cricket.
Well, thank you very much for hosting us at the Hyatt. We've really enjoyed our time in Bengaluru and for making your staff and yourself available for our help.
Thank you so much. It was more pleasure for us to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Coming up, why is India a leader in the space race? We find out from the experts.